Hey, it's Bill coming at you from Santa Monica, California. Um, I was trying to think of all of the things. this, this is how focused I get on certain things. So, you're gonna think this is hilarious. I finally catch on though. I mean, I know there's urgencies to certain things, and I don't know why, but that's what I. Is as long as I'm not helping other people. If I'm helping somebody else's mission, I call them, then I don't focus on my own. And I'm good at that. I mean, I'm good at having it happen because I can't help somebody else if I'm not focused on theirs. And I can pick up wherever I left off easy enough. It's just steps for me. So it's really easy, especially if I'm trying to help somebody. Which, since I started this trip, it was amazing to me the people that I've met. That life is, for one reason or another, dealt them a really hard blow, and I had been, like I said, I've owned a lot of businesses and been very successful with every one of them, and I was fortunate enough to be able to get out of them with somebody that wanted that business. I'm out, gone, see ya, smell you later, and I had my fun. So, and I was always something fun. Otherwise, I didn't want to do it. So, and when it didn't become fun anymore, I always, I always hired people that I thought I could at least trust to run the business while I was selling it. And usually, once you put it for sale, you can usually work a deal with whoever it is. If you trusted them to run your business, you can trust them, as far as I'm concerned, with anything I've got. So, you know, uh, it's what I usually do is, how much can we'll agree on a price. They've been working for that business, whatever it was, for a period of time. Agree on the price and see how much money they had down. The rest I'll finance. And so I'm their bank, and it's not rocket science. So, it's I've always done that. I mean, I didn't know. Nobody ever parks here, so I always look. I'm actually waiting for that's where I was going. Let's forget all this other stuff I was crapping about. So, anyway, I kept thinking about ways to get the car moving forward and blah, 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 blah. And I'm way outside the envelope with ways to make sure I can build the cart. I'm not, I'm not, I'm not the sharpest LED in the back. I can tell you that, because if, if it is, somebody put a dimmer switch in. when they, when they put the idea in there. After that, they want to see how much time it takes for me to figure it out. It's like a game. But I usually figure it out. But anyway, the whole time the thing's been sitting right in front of me. And I think I've even made mention of it in one of my other videos here. I guess I'm calling video today. And so I'll show you what it is. At, According to the sign and the laws that I read them, the way I read them, at 3 o'clock today, the police department even surrendered their rights to it. And so it's been abandoned for the period of time. They haven't yet come to enforce it. So, as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to move it. Well, I don't have to do anything. They don't know where it was, but for my own safety, I'm going to move it. It says 1,000 feet. So I'm going to move it 1,000 feet. That way's downhill. So I'm going to move it 1,000 feet. Take ownership of it. I'm going to put notice of it on Craigslist or someplace. I'll look for something. I'll have to look up to see what legal notice is. I'll post that, and then I'll start the titling process, so I have a title from it. In the meantime, I'll make it so that it doesn't sound like a jet engine, I'll figure out what's wrong with it. If I have to, I'll fly back to New Hampshire, and I got to do it anyway. I got stuff there I got to do. So uh, I'll drive it back there. I'd sell it when I get there. I mean, literally, it's it's sitting right in my lap. When I get back with all of that, we're gonna have all of the tools and equipment. But we could build our cart on this thing. I haven't seen what it has for. I haven't seen what it has for an engine, but it doesn't matter. I know the wheelbase and everything else. It's a manual transmission, which I want. It's a gasoline engine, which I can make any gasoline engine propane. Once I do that, they've already removed the catalytic converter system, so I don't need to worry about emissions with natural gas. Once you do that, there are no emissions. So you can test it all you want, but there's nothing there. So all I got to do is, and they run a little quieter, not a whole lot quieter, but they are a little quieter. So I'll just get a, whatever piece of muffler I need in there, and an extension for the exhaust pipe, and that's it. The thing is like not a rust hole in it. Where I'm from, it'd be gone. So it's an easy fix for me, and right now I can use it to get around and tool around, and I have to insure it and stuff, but I get the money for that. I'll do that as soon as I know how long it takes for me to be able to start the process of claiming ownership. I don't know what that process is, but I'm not going to insure it or register it until I know that I can legally claim it. So because it sounds easy. It sounds too easy to be true, and that would be too easy to be true if you just rush through it. It's a process, and if we follow the process, I'm going to get that truck for free. Well, never for free, but as cheap as you can get it, because it's been abandoned. So it's got the rest of the day. I'm not going to worry about it today. But later this afternoon, when I know the police department is done, where they're not going to ticket any more vehicles for the day, for parking, well, I don't know, this kind of violation. I don't know. I should probably wait until midnight. So in the morning, I'll take pictures of it now, and I already have. So I have it documented. But I mean, it doesn't matter. Neighbors know it's here. No big secret there. And I don't know. Might need a battery. Might need all sorts of stuff. So all I gotta do right now is figure a way to move it 1,000 feet, at least 1,000 feet, once a week. And I think it's got to be on a different street, so I'll figure it out. But that's my new goal. I'm not trying to steal it from anybody. If somebody came and said, "Hey, where's my truck?" Because I always sleep here. So if it was somebody and they said, "Hey, where's my truck?" I'll tell them, "Oh, it's right here. I saved you a bunch of money on fines." That's all I can have to say. So, but I don't want to touch anything if it was stolen. I haven't checked it for stolen yet. That's the next thing I'm going to do. I will run it through it's got to be a way to run the ID. You know, the serial number on it. I can do it on a bicycle. I can do it on a car. And that'll get me around. And I'll bet you I can find in Craigslist a free topper for it, so I'll have my own place to sleep. And then they're getting an apartment for me, but I want one in Santa Monica, so. But I told you. So what did I was going to complain about? Because I get all of these wonderful things that happen to me. That's the karma I talk about. That's from doing, and that I should talk about. Old habits are hard to break. I noticed myself leaning back towards the lying to protect somebody else's feelings. I mean, I've done it several times, and I get madder and madder at myself for doing it because I've got it so it's a safe net already. I just have to use it, and I don't use that one step. I go to defense instead of protect. I'm defending the other person instead of protecting my beliefs. So I'm gonna learn, I've got to learn to say, I gotta either stop the conversation to where I don't know any more of it and say, I gotta find more out about it because I know nothing about what you're talking about. For instance, the girl that stays in her car, I always bring her stuff up, different things, food and all sorts of different things. And when Jack was here, the first night, we didn't get settled in too early, but it wasn't too late either. But anyway, the next morning he woke up and said, "Oh, in the middle of the night, I had to pee and I had to poop." And I said, "Yeah, so what you do?" And he said, "Well, I peed in the corner down there, but I had a plastic bag and I did that and tied it off and put it in the trash like you would with the dog." I said, "It's all you can do." So in my mind, that's gone, And then 2 days later, I talked with the girl again, and she said, "Jim," I said, "have you met Jack?" And she said, "For only a minute, but would you tell him not to be peeing on the side of my car?" And I said, "It can't be Jack." I said, "It's not Jack. That's not how he is." Then I was just sitting here thinking, because I'm waiting on the police to come and give this truck a citation, or I'm going to try and talk the officer out of it is what I'm really going to try and do. But then, anyway, I forget where I'm at now. That's too many things I'm babbling about. I forget. My little patch of sun is going to shine through, so I'm going to quit this right now while I can, because it gets too hot for me. And I don't think I cool the same way I used to do. I know that happens with people that have been with spinal injuries. I didn't have a spinal injury. But I know I get, like, I just get hotter real quick. I go out in the sun to get vitamin D, and it's just good for yourself, but I mean, I get hot in it, so I don't know if that's because I've never been woken up from a coma in a cold space. I remember what it looks like and what it felt like, but I still haven't felt it. All right, on that note, I'm going to say goodbye. Have a great day. Smile. I'll give you some more updates about this truck, because in a little bit I'm going to start putting parts and pieces back together so it can move on its own. And I'll let you know where I'm standing with it. Alrighty, have a great day. Smile. Pass it around. Honestly, it is a disease, and it's a good one worth having. Bye-bye. Have a great day.